This video is brought to you by
Welcome to Cool Green Clothing. You already know what it is. If you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. That's just basic. Come see me this Thursday, May the 4th. Come see me. I got something just for you. You see these right here? These called the Doe Team Short Sets. You want to get up in these right here. Yeah, yo, don't miss out on these. Come on, come see me. Where you coming to see me at? 215 West Saratoga Street. When? This Thursday, May the 4th. If you can't come see me personally, shop with me online. CoolGreenClothing.com. If you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way.
What's up, fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll discuss the tragic slaying of Nikea Jackson, who lost her life after she and her boyfriend allegedly got into an argument after leaving the club. But before we get into this video, welcome. If you're new here to our channel, please feel free to subscribe. Click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Go ahead and share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the full story. Everything in this video is alleged. All right, let's jump right into it. Relationships of all types come with a lot of variables. You have your good times and your bad, your ups and downs. There are challenges and changes you could have not prepared for. In the beginning, things are blissful, fun, lighthearted, and exciting. But what happens when things begin to shift in a different direction? What if the bad begins to outweigh the good? What you thought was love turns into pain. The attraction is no longer fueled by love, but by ego and the fear of losing the other person. And now that fear is the driving force that keeps the relationship alive. But it feels like love, because some of us can't tell the difference between that fear and true love. It's really just hate that's disguised itself as love. And that fake love can one day manifest into something that can never be taken back. On April 19th, 2021, 4:30 a.m., North Baltimore, Maryland, 27-year-old Nikea Jackson was heading back to a friend's house with her 44-year-old boyfriend, Daya Jones, after a night at the club. They were riding in Daya's black Honda Pilot SUV in the 1400 block of Lothian. Nikea was the passenger. As they arrived at her friend's house, things took a very tragic turn. Nikea had been shot and ran to her friends and knocked on the door to get help. As Nikea knocked on the door of her friend's house, her boyfriend Daya came up to her and picked her up in a cradled position. He then took her to a park area and laid her in a grassy field in the 700 block of Woodburn Avenue in McGovern's. He ran, leaving the scene. Officers soon arrived at the field where Nikea was and called an ambulance to report that she was badly hurt. When EMTs arrived at where Nikea was located, she was still alive. She was transported to Sinai Hospital, where she was later pronounced gone. But before Nikea took her last breath, she was able to give detectives enough information that led to a suspect. In addition, police retrieved video and audio recordings from a residence in the area to piece together what happened. They also talked to witnesses who knew Nikea and Daya. Reports say the witnesses, who once lived with Daya, identified him as the shooter. The recording devices also shed light on what could have possibly happened that fatal night. The recordings picked up the voices of a man and a woman, and then a single gunshot was fired, followed by a woman's screaming, documents say. Police said doorbell camera footage showed the vehicle stop momentarily and made a U-turn, driving slowly before stopping just outside of camera range. Witnesses then told police that at some point they saw Nikea get out of the SUV and banged on the door of a house asking for help, saying she had been shot. Witnesses recalled her bleeding from her side. They also said they saw when Daya allegedly carried Nikea away to the field before running away. The witnesses who identified Daya as the person who slayed Nikea told officers they knew of the relationship between Nikea and Daya, and according to them, it included violence. With the statements Nikea gave police before she passed away, witness testimony, and audio and video footage, police charged Daya Jones with Nikea's murder, among other violations. 4 days later, he was arrested by the Baltimore Police Warrant Task Force in the 7000 block of Pulaski Highway in East Baltimore. Charging documents say Daya gave a full confession while interviewed by BPD. He was held without bail while he awaited trial. In November of 2021, Daya Jones was offered a plea of 60 years, suspending all but 35 years, with the first 5 without parole and 5 years probation. Daya Jones and his defense attorney rejected the plea. His trial was set for May 2022. The trial was again rescheduled in November of 2022. He was then offered another plea. This time, the offer was 60 years, all suspended but 25 years, with the first 5 without parole and 5 years probation. But he and his attorney once again rejected the plea, and his next trial date was set for April 2023. On April 18th, Daya's trial began. He sniffled and wiped tears off his cheek as his defense attorney explained to a jury how the accidental firing of their client's gun led to the death of his girlfriend, Nikea Jackson, nearly 2 years prior to the date. Daya's attorney told jurors that their client and Nikea went to a nightclub and later drove to her friend's house. The couple switched seats inside their Honda Pilot, and as Daya sat in the driver's seat, he was placing a handgun in the driver's side door when it fired, shooting Nikea in her left side. Daya's defense said it was a horrible tragedy that was the result of an unintentional discharge. The defense detailed how physical evidence, witnesses, and their client's own behavior from that night would support these details. During the defense's opening statement, Daya's attorney said when Nikea went to knock on her friend's door for help, she was alert at the time, his attorney explained, and she never put fault on Daya. They noted that Daya admitted to Baltimore police that he had made a series of bad decisions, and he's not proud of it. The defense attorney concluded that a neighbor's Ring camera footage would show Daya's attempt to help his girlfriend, with police finding no evidence of a fight or struggle between the couple. But contrary to the defense's claims, the prosecutors painted a different scenario. The prosecutor told jurors that Daya and Nikea were having an argument the night of the shooting, After Nikea was hit, she got out of the car, knocked on her friend's door, and was instead followed by her boyfriend, Daya. Daya allegedly grabbed her and tried to take her back to the car, shooting her in the side. The trial was set to resume on the 20th of April, 2023, but there are no recent updates on the case or trial that I could find during my research for this story. There's a possibility another plea could have been offered or some other unforeseen circumstances has halted the trial. Until there's a conviction, Daya Jones is innocent until proven guilty. May Nikea Jackson's soul continue to rest peacefully. My deepest and most heartfelt condolences to her family and loved ones. The looming questions may never have a straight answer. Was Nikea's slaying an accident or intentional? Did the couple's alleged history of violence lead up to a fatal end? Or did Daya make a terrible mistake that led to the loss of his girlfriend? Why did he leave her in a field instead of calling for help immediately? Tragically, either way, Nikea was left in a field to die, and sadly, she lost her life. She didn't deserve that. Fam, tell me your thoughts on this in the comments below. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of the Baltimore Way. Thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm out.